Hello, everyone. My name's Elise. This is a JJ Movie TV Game Reviews. Right now, since the new Planet of the Apes movie is coming out, I thought, why not do a video of the Planet of the Apes movies? Top 7 Planet of the Apes movies, worst to best Planet of the Apes movies. You all decide how you want to say it. So let's start off with number 7. Number 7 is none other than, it was directed by Tim Burton. The latest one is supposed to be the new Planet of the Apes for our generation, and it was terrible. I mean, the costumes were pretty dang good. For most of them, I liked Tim Roth's ape. I did enjoy him because he was such a very evil ape. He was so commanding. You saw him, you're like, you don't want to f with this ape. But other than that, this movie didn't really have a great storyline. It didn't do justice to the original script. And I get that it's a reboot, but there was hardly anything to like about this. The script all's messed up. I think Helen Baum's ape was in love with Mark Wahlberg. I don't know what this movie is. This is, to me, the only bad Planet of the Apes film. Or movie, as you want to call it. So, yeah, this is number 7 on the list. Not a good film at all. I give this a 6 out of 10. No, actually a 5.5 out of 10. I really didn't like this film. And I loved it when I was a kid, and this got me into Planet of the Apes. So, yeah, thank you for giving me the Planet of the Apes, but no thank you for now that I'm older. Okay, now, here's the thing. I have all the Planet of the Apes movies on Blu-ray. So, yeah, let's start off with, after number 7, it's number 6. Here's the thing. Go figure. Two gorillas in front of it. In the front screen. Not my favorite Planet of the Apes movies. And this is the 5th Planet of the Apes movie. It was the end for the originals. It's Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Now, this is actually a good film. Don't get me wrong. It's just, the story's repetitive. It's like, can we coexist with humans? Can apes coexist with humans? Can humans coexist with apes? Are we destined to destroy each other? It was the same old story repeated for 5 whole movies straight. But overall, I did enjoy this. This is basically, can you coexist with them? And it's all about Caesar, my favorite ape of all, who, after the conquest of Planet of the Apes, he's been the leader for all the apes, chimpanzees, gorillas. Even though there's this one gorilla, I believe his name is Aldo, he is a hated general. He even kills Caesar's son, and this leads all out war. Who you're going to decide, which side you're going to be with. And right now, since all the cities are mostly destroyed, there's only this like radiation people who are really sick, and there's just this constant battle or conflict between humans and apes, like it's always been. And this is just the conclusion of this. I don't hate this film. I thought it was good. I give this 8.5 because it did wrap up Caesar's story, and it wrapped up about Destiny that we all knew what was going to happen. Piece. But overall, good film. Okay, number 6. Now, don't y'all hate me for this, but it's none other than Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Now, this is the second film. This is the most controversial for the ending because what happens? Now, give me 1 second. Okay, basically, right after the first movie, right after Nova and Taylor had gone off to the Forbidden Zone, and basically what's going on is none other than this. Basically, the gorillas, the apes, and every single one of the chimpanzees, they want to go to Forbidden Zone to know the other dangers of this world, so they go over there where basically Taylor's long gone. But there's this other astronaut who went through the same thing as Taylor, and he went through time, and basically he's looking for Taylor. So we got a brand new character named Brett right here who is looking for the original, who's looking for Taylor, who was played by Charles Heston, and he's with Nova, and it's just about really a reincarnation, like basically like, oh, new guy, he's learning about all this new world of the Planet of the Apes, and he's doing all about, he's just trying to find Taylor with Nova, along with Cornelius as his help and his wife. And overall, I enjoyed this film. The ending was a big shocker, if y'all know what I'm talking about, with the whole destroying the entire world. And I like the whole, like these people that are in the Forbidden Zone, that they worship a bomb, and I love that entire scene. And I was very shocked by the ending. I love this film. It's a 9.3 out of 10. I enjoyed this film. It's just not my favorite. Okay? So yeah, that's number 5. Now, number 4, this is a guilty pleasure of mine. I just don't know why I like this, but Escape of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, basically, you have to accept the fact that Cornelius and Zara can make a spaceship and go back through time. Basically, they went back in time to correct it so apes will not be like that. it gives a great backstory of how the apes were formed and the history of the apes and how they were formed on Earth. And you get to see them act in the present time and how, when they find out the real secret of what the apes do in the future, the tables turn on them. Cornelius and Zara, my two favorite apes, and they give birth to their son, Caesar. And they're, I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you know this movie, then you know what happens to them, and it's just really sad. But it's a great movie. It's a 9.3. It just gives, like, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, because both of these films are, like, equal in the sense of ending shockers, but I like this one better because I like Cornelius and Zara better than having around with Brent, Nova, and Taylor. Go figure. I love the apes, but still. Yeah, number 4. Okay, number 3 was very, very hard to choose because it was either 3 or 2, but I decided Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Now, I love Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. I love Caesar. I love the hatred of the apes, of how they're being used as pets, how they're used as servants. And it's all about the rebellion, getting back at the humans, and it's just overall, it's not like violence, but you could just sense the tension, the attitude. Everything was so amazing about this film. I love this film, the tension, the anger, the hatred towards the humans, and how they treated the apes. And it's just amazing. And the fight scenes were not that bad, and I always loved the costumes of the Planet of the Apes for the old versions. And I love this film. It's a 9.5 or 6 for me. I love this film. I really do. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, number 3 on my list. One of my favorite of the old ones. So yeah, number 2 right now is the recent one, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Now here's the thing, the special effects are like what Peter Jackson did for King Kong. I really do like this entire movie. I really love this entire movie because of what it did. It gave a good, like, new generation for Planet of the Apes. It gave a new reincarnation of it, and it did justice to the old movies, like saying, "Get your hands off me, you dirty apes," and the first word, "No." And it really goes into perspective of how they change the story up. Instead of going through time into later on in the future, they just go to the present time, where basically it's an experimental drug on an ape with James Franco, who's a doctor who's trying to cure his father from Alzheimer's, and it makes sense why he gives it to an ape. And the apes get more highly intelligent, so he stays with the father, and he's trying to prolong it. And basically, when he's put in the zoo, he starts to get smarter, and then there's rebellion and everything. And I love this movie. I was very impressed by this movie when I bought it. And it's a 9.6 out of 10 for me as well. Not my favorite. It is one of my favorites, but it's not the favorite. Alright, number 1, what could it possibly be? Of course, it's the original. It started it all. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes movie was the first one I saw. This was the second one. And I absolutely love this film. This brought home. This is now that I've seen this film, I'm like, Jesus Christ! It's top sci-fi movies. Have to put this up there because what it has changed for sci-fi. The acting is impressive. What it happens if apes or animals treat us like we treat animals? What if we treat them like nothing? Like they're pieces of garbage. It makes you really go into perspective and think about humanism, animalism, and everything about it. Of this movie is tremendously great, and I love this entire movie. I love the part where Charles Heston basically said, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty apes," and everyone's like, "Oh." Then Cornelius and Zara like so impressed by him, and it's such a great movie. 9.8 out of 10. I love this film. So again, if you did not know it, the new Dawn of the Planet of the Apes movie is coming out. So yeah, this is my top 10. So again, number 7, Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. Again, Tim Roth's the only good thing about this. 5.5 out of 10. Started me off, thank you, but not thank you. Number 6 is Arden, Battle of the Planet of the Apes. Now here's the thing. It was written for a story that we already knew the ending to, of peace with apes and humans. Overall, love the stuff with Caesar and his family and his continuation. Now number 4 is Arden, I believe, in the Planet of the Apes. Don't get me wrong, it's a great, great film. The ending was a shocker, but I like the other movies more. So yeah. Number 5, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Number 4, Escape of the Planet of the Apes. Same thing, shocker like just like the previous one, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, but not my favorite. Number 3, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Rebellion. Number 3. Number 2, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Great reincarnation of a new whole genre for a new generation to love, and we can't wait for the sequel, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Number 1, the original. If you've never seen it, see it. I recommend seeing the original. I recommend seeing all the Planet Apes movies because they all are a collection. If you're really a collector, you just want to watch movies, you have to watch all of them, including the bad ones. Well, only the one bad one by Tim Burton. So, just try to fast forward a little bit. But overall, I love the Planet Apes movies, so that's my top 7. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe, like, disagree with me if not. If y'all have a different opinion, again, just comment below. Let's get into the YouTube community. And that's about it, everyone. So you all have a good day. Bye-bye.